We are already food for
We are already food for
अरे हो गया अरे हो गया हाँ ब्रेक हो गया
चलो
वेट ना
order for Mendy's. Shall we close it?
now who's turns मेरा ना
Yeah.
though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she proudly parades the Russian nationalism. Clearing all doubts, she says, I am Russian. It stood at the US is a big part of my life. But I have Russian citizenship. My blood is totally Russian. I will play Olympics for Russia. The one
I don't know. It's a word I have inherited from my mother. Before time rather.
I'll see you. There's a heat of 20
Before
minutes.
time, मैम
I know.
आपकी फ्लाइट अगर आप किधर जाओगे फ्लाइट से
Ma'am done.
Ma'am,
Ma'am run.
मैम आप किधर फ्लाइट से जाओगे मैम ठीक है और फ्लाइट लेट है मैम आप पहले 5-6 घंटा पहले आओगे क्या
Why did you 5-6 hours? It is 2 hours if it is the dog. It's 1 hour for a domestic and 2 hours for an international.
हाँ तो मैम
So I will be before 2 hours. I will be there 2 hours before.
तो मतलब 3 घंटे
I am very particular about time.
पर ऐसे मत करो हम बच्चे हैं
It's not a question of that. If you don't learn to appreciate time, time will fly. And for your time is flying very
तो
often.
5 मिनट कैसे
Because this next semester, if you are, that is your percentage. If you want to go higher in your percentage, you have to work now.
मैम पर पिछले बार से तो आज जो
We
If
have to
better
work.
you want to score in 80, so pay attention.
80 में 60
So is that a very good mark? This one?
very bad
Not very bad, but it is not still up what you can achieve back.
सारी तो जानी चाहिए
So Maria,
इसमें मैं बोलूँ क्या लेटर और डायल और पता ही नहीं किसने लाया क्योंकि पेपर ही नहीं था
though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced Americanism because she is living in United States for a 9-year-old child, so definitely you pick up the accent of that particular place. Okay, so she has this American accent, but she proudly parades her Russian nationality. She proudly says that I am a Russian. She everywhere she she'll say that I am a Russian. And clearing all doubts, she says I am a Russian. It's true that the US is a big part of my life because she's been like from a 9-year-old child she was in US. So it is a part of her life. But she says I was born in Russia and I have the Russian citizenship. So my blood is totally Russian and I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want to. So she said though she is living in United States, she said I will play for Russia because I have the Russian citizenship and I'm proud to be a Russian. And we should be proud to be an Indian even when we are outside India. The same way she's proud to be a Russian. Yes.
though Maria also.
Yeah, 9th one.
Mama,
You read the 8th one.
Ma'am, I have read 8th one.
like the number of teenager sensation, Maria Sapova, Sharapova, list of fashion, singing, and dancing as her hobbies. She loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle. Her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns appears and at odds with her love of pancakes with chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks.
Yeah, so she is like a typical teenager. She has all the habits of the teenager. If you see, she likes fashion, she likes singing, she likes dancing.
Yeah.
Then even she likes reading novels of Arthur Conan Doyle. You know this Arthur Conan Doyle is the like great author, thrillers and all that she likes. Okay. Her fondness of sophisticated evening gown. Now if you want to wear a gown which looks very elegant and sophisticated is beautiful. Okay. So that gown, you cannot eat pancakes with like with chocolate spread and fizzy drinks, because that is totally at odds with her fashion sense.
Very well. Means sports person cannot eat that, but she likes to eat that.
Like eating vada pav.
Like eating vada pav, pancakes, samosa, burger,
Understood?
pizza, nacho.
Now your fizzy drinks is your soda. Don't do that. I told you, if you want to pay attention, pay attention. Otherwise, that's why I told you, don't sit with him. He doesn't want to pay attention. You are the ones who are going out of the way. Be
Maya Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Her talent and unraveling desire.
unwavering.
Ma'am, it is. Ma'am, in my book, it is very funny.
The pronunciation is unwavering.
Ma'am, but see, like, I can't see it.
So you have to read it properly, na? I can
I
see
can
it from
see
here.
it. Ah,
I can see it from here. Unwavering.
इधर क्या लिखा है?
What? I give one bang, sit down.
ma'am, see, it is like double.
That is okay, but I still can read it. Sit. Read.
Unwavering desire to succeed and readiness to sacrifice her have lifted her to the top of the world. You would grudge her the riches she is now reaping. This is what she has to say about her monetary gains.
What is the
from
meaning of
tennis.
monetary gains?
Money. Of course, money is a motivation. Tennis is a business and a sport. But the most important thing is to become number one in the world. That's the dream that kept me going.
Yeah. So she's pigeonholed. That means fixed into a particular category. Pigeonholed is that you put somebody in one particular category. So she said she cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Her talent, unwavering desire, her talent, she has to be talented, because in order to become number one, you have to have the talent, plus you have to have the passion. Okay, that's why the unwavering desire. Unwavering desire is never shaking. Unwavering means you're fixated, you are not moving. Your desire to achieve something, it cannot be shaken. Okay, to succeed and the readiness to sacrifice, that has lifted her to this. So these are the things which lifted her to the topmost position. Okay, her unwavering desire, her will to succeed, her talent, and her sacrifice. These things have lifted her to achieve number one. Few would grudge her the richness she is now reaping. So nobody will, because she has worked hard for it, nobody will feel bad. Nobody wants what she has achieved. Okay, because she has achieved because of all her hard work and sacrifice, right? Grudge means ill intentions. Okay, nobody has an ill intention towards her, because she's worked really hard to get whatever she's earning right now. Okay, this is what she has to say about her monetary gain. As you correctly said, it is money. Okay, from tennis, of course, money is the motivation. Money, because they earn a lot of money. When you're winning a match, you will get that much money. Like cricket match, also remember the yeah, right. The same thing. This one also, she said money is the motivation. Tennis is a business, because cricket has also now become a business. IPL and all that is a business, right? You buy and sell players and all that.
Premier.
I thought betting.
Oh, IPL, when you win an auction,
But many people bet also.
World Cup.
definitely they do. Bettors are always going to be there. If there's a plus point, there are always negatives also. But here I'm talking about that auctions what they have for the players, right? Money is a motivation, tennis is a business and a sport. But the most important thing is to become the number one in golf. It is a business, it is this one, but my most aim is that I will become the number one in the world. And that is the dream that kept me going, and that is what she kept her focused in her path. Now, when you're talking about points of comparison and contrast. So when you talk about the humble beginning, both of them have had humble beginning.
Yes.
Yes, no, because Santosh came from an
Very rich family.
affluent family. You use the word affluent. Then Second one, their parents approach. 107 only, the compare and contrast is there. Look at 107. Here in your this one.
No, volume I have got.
Exercise.
Now we have to reset.
Volume 1, volume 2.
Volume 1. Which one?
No, I don't know. I didn't check that stuff. Are but first do the compare and contrast. The parents approach. Santosh Yadav's parents approach. Santosh Yadav's parents approach.
Their parents approach.
Ma'am,
She should
Mount
marry
Everest. Climb Mount Everest.
She should wear.
Regarding a profession.
Climb Mount Everest
She
twice.
should not.
And
Mount
she should not pursue that particular career. And while Maria
Their parents like agreed.
supported her, her parents supported, motivated her. Now, the desire, their willpower and strong desire to succeed, both had the desire, right? And the strong willpower to succeed. They didn't allow anything to stand in their way. Right? Here she faced humiliation and insults, Maria, while Santosh faced
motivation.
Motivated. She support the mountain supported her.
but her parents didn't. And even her community, it was considered a taboo for girls to do that. Evidence of their mental toughness. What shows their mental toughness?
That they never get.
I want from the text what shows that they were mentally tough.
Mentally tough.
Look at the 5th paragraph for Maria. 5th paragraph for Maria.
How to take care of myself. Then when you want, I want.
And paragraph 7. Paragraph 5 for Maria and paragraph
I am
7
very,
for
very,
Santosh.
very competitive. I work hard. Yeah. And what I do.
Paragraph 7 for Santosh. Their patriotism. Last paragraph of both. Last paragraph of Santosh and
What should be in the
8th paragraph.
patriotism?
Yeah.
Last
Carbon
paragraph.
analysis and just collected and brought down.
10th one. Stop
Fine.
flashing.
Kilogram of carbon from the Himalayas.
Array not that the 10th paragraph.
Yeah. They were literally on top of the world.
I'm looking for me.
It took some time for another for the movie.
I marked it already.
So I have to tell you from which paragraph you have to take. Or you all are supposed to tell me which paragraph you're supposed to take.
10 and Maria Sharapova.
Ma'am, wait, I'm 10.
Come on, they said about. Yeah.
Last paragraph.
No.
8th
8th paragraph.
Like you giving me my number. You're telling me.
Ma'am, 8th.
It is the 8th paragraph. He's just looking at me as if I give him the answer.
Yeah.
Page 150.
Yeah. God requested the unborn child's grandmother make to the holy man.
I'm in workbook page number
150.
And blessing for her son.
47. Volume 2, na?
No.
No, one.
Only one.
No.
When blessing for a son,
No.
mercy for a daughter.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What does Santosh mean?
One.
Contentment.
What is the name of Santosh Yadav's village?
Juniors.
With which society was Santosh born?
When the
Where-
birth of a son was a blessing. A.
Hmm. Next.
Why was Santosh recorded in the record book both time after scaling Everest? For being a woman.
Hmm.
Sharing her own oxygen with them.
What kind of girl was Santosh? A hard-working girl with a strong mind.
Hmm.
What shows her concern for the environment? Collecting 500 kilos.
Hmm.
Now 1992.
Hmm.
As we look for it,
I was my saint in the United States.
yeah. And this na back to Mary Sarapova. This na.
Read the long question and answer.
This one given it's Mary Sarapova.
We will do first. Let's do Santosh Yadav first. Read the first long answer. 153. Just
What
read
qualities in Santosh Yadav help her get into the record books both times conquer Mount Everest? What values can one learn from her? Santosh Yadav was born in an Orthodox society. The girl there was not welcome. From her early childhood, she showed the qualities of a rebel. She went to study out of her village despite her parents' unwillingness. She also enrolled to pursue mountaineering. It requires a lot of hard work, dedication, and determination. Santosh showed qualities in her training like physical endurance, iron will, mental toughness, and resilience to cold and altitude.
Underline that. Santosh showed qualities in training life.
These qualities helped her to scale Mount Everest twice and get her name into the record books. She is an inspiration for all of us, especially for girls.
So what values you can learn? Underline
One
those two
can
lines.
learn the values of being mentally tough, determined, dedicated, and helping others from her. Her life shows us that nothing is impossible if one is passionate and determined about one's goal.
So you can get a question.
Ma'am,
Is what does the life
what
show
record
us? How
book
is she an
twice?
inspiration? You will get this answer.
In the world record book twice her name is there.
Yes.
ऐसे तो फिर मैं 4 बार चढ़ूंगा तो 4 बार नाम आएगा.
चढ़ो ना एक बार भी तो चढ़ो. Then let your name be
पूछ रहा हूँ
registered.
मैं.
Yes. If you have 10,000 times also you can, your name will be registered. Let's talk about it.
Santosh Yadav defined all orthodox social customs to choose her own thoughts. What traits do you admire in her that made her a successful woman? Write about the lesson that we learned from the life of Santosh Yadav. Santosh Yadav was born in a society where women did not have much freedom, but she lived life on her own terms. Where other girls in her village used to wear traditional Indian dresses, she wore shorts. In place of getting married like other girls at 16, she wished to study in Delhi. She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she did not get a proper education. When her parents refused to pay her fees, she told them that she would work part-time to pay her school fees. This made her parents agree to pay for her education. These incidents proved that she was a rebel and defied all orthodox customs to choose her own path. Her determination, passion for gold, dedication, and strong willpower are the main traits which made her a successful woman. Her life teaches us that we achieve our goals if we are determined. Despite successful women, despite the problems and obstacles in our path, we should not lose hope and give our best.
Next, do the
Santosh
next
Yadav.
MCQ.
One plus
Maria
During the
Sharapova.
training period, other peoples would come at 11 p.m. and ordered Maria to clean the room.
Depressing treatment in the US made Maria nervous. Tough, huh? I'm tough, huh?
154. The third one.
Depressing
That
treatment.
is that third one.
Maria put up all the humiliations and insult during her training period to pursue her dream for tennis.
All of the above.
What was the most important thing for Maria? To earn money,
Huh?
to become number one in the world.
You're doing tic-tac-toe what?
MD1.
Yeah, C1 is the correct one.
Okay. Yeah.
Which title did Maria win in 2004? Eh?
Later.
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon.
When Maria when did Maria Sharapova get the world number one position in the tennis?
22 August 2005.
Mm.
क्या था?
Maria Sharapova expresses a desire to play for America. No. Russia. Come on, long answer.
This one, last one, long answer.
The lives of Santosh Yadav and Maria Sharapova have much in common to prove that determined and consistent hard work is the way to success. Identify the points of comparison and contrast in the lives of these two great players. Santosh Yadav, a legendary mountaineer from India, and Maria Sharapova, Russia's tennis sensation, trained in the US, are living examples of determined and consistent hard work. Both these young women started their journey to the top of these humble backgrounds. Santosh belonged to a small village in the remote district of Rewari in Haryana, and Maria came from whole Siberia that did not have adequate training facilities for a tennis enthusiast. Although both were supported in their respective parents, Santosh had to break rules at times to make a conservative family agree to her decisions. However, both the young girls had to sacrifice the loving and protective environment for their home in order to train for their passion. Both the women had an unwavering determination, physical and mental strength, and undivided focus on their goals. They both rose to the number one position in their respective areas within a short span of 2 years. While Sharapova moved from the frozen Siberia to the plains of Florida, Yadav moved from the plains of Rewari to the frozen Mount Everest. But both of them were devout patriots and shared this need to reach the top.
What qualities have been reflected in Santosh Yadav's character? MBA. Physical endurance, limiting mental toughness.
I will.
And
And what is Santosh Yadav skill Mount Everest?
20.
Stamina.
Physical endurance.
silent.
Endurance.
Endurance. Next.
Why did Santosh threaten her parents? She threatened her parents that she would never marry. She did not get a proper education.
What did they do parents that refused to pay her school fees?
What did she say to her parents when they refused to pay her school? She said to her parents that she will do part-time job.
Refused.
Okay.
Why and how did Santosh get enrolled in Nehru Engineering Uttar Kasi?
Give me a short answer.
Huh?
Give me the answer.
Uttar Kasi. It is one. Nehru.
What answer?
He, not taken. He said from like
Indira.
I just did a word in delivering the
Uttar
order.
class एक मिनट. She saved
Then
money.
going there to eat.
She saved money and enrolled in a course at Uttar classes Nehru Institute in Madhya. My college semester in Jaipur was to end in April. It ended on the 19th of May. And I was supposed to be in Uttarkasi on the 21st. So I did not go
Why
back.
and how did Santosh got enrolled?
He saved money and enrolled in a course.
Why?
Because our college was in Jaipur.
And then what happened?
It was ending April.
Give me the
19th
answer,
of
please.
Why and how did Santosh get enrolled in Nehru Institute of Mountaineering in Uttarakhand? Santosh enrolled in Nehru Institute of Mountaineering because she was very she wanted to climb Mount Everest in her future, and she uh, she saved her money up from which she got from her parents, and then she paid for herself in the mountaineering university of Uttarakhand.
Hmm. Why did Santosh write a letter of apology to her father?
Because
Yes, answer.
Hmm.
Santosh wrote a letter for apology to her father because Santosh respected her parents, but
Is there in a text? See which paragraph? The apology
because
letter.
she won't be able to do the term 1 exam.
No,
Semester 1.
she wouldn't be able to go home. Look at that.
How did
Yeah.
Santosh seniors and fellows climbers appreciate her?
No,
No, kya?
I want the apology first, then you go to the next question.
See.
Oh,
Apology of father.
I had to write a letter of apology to my father without whose permission I had got myself enrolled at the classroom.
That's why she wrote, because she got herself enrolled without her father's permission. That's why she wrote the apology letter.
How did
Not her feelings. Now you went to feelings, respect, you went to feelings. I said, why did she write? The reason.
how did Santosh seniors and fellow climbers appreciate her? She appreciated her because she had climbed Mount Everest twice.
No. How did they appreciate?
Appreciate.
When did they appreciated her?
What?
But because when Santosh went to their to ask to join them, so like they allowed or they said yes to join.
because when she was climbing the mountain, she was helping her friend. So that's why after climbing the mountain, her friends
It is
appreciated
there in your text. Look at your text and find
her.
that.
Maybe.
Mama, that is correct, right?
What?
It's like she helped her friends while she saved her friends and gave her the oxygen she got. She shared the oxygen, so she was appreciated after.
153, open page 153 of your workbook only and check. C answer.
163.
D. C. Wrong answer.
Santosh Yadav is a good human being. She was a true team member and companion. She got a special place in the heart of fellow climbers because of her concern for them and desire to work
That's what
together.
I said.
Yeah, you completed.
During her expedition to Mount Everest, she provided special care to the climber who lay dying at the South Pole, but she could save him.
You couldn't save him.
She managed to save with such character, Like, sorry. However, she managed to save another climber, Mohan Singh, who would have died if she had not shared her oxygen with them. With such characteristics, she became a role model for us. Humanity is always bigger than any person achievement, and it makes a person a real hero.
Hmm. How did Santosh Soda contradiction to a name?
Contradiction means, what does contradiction means?
Like judging or
Contradiction is opposite. How is she opposite or than a name? Or Santosh is content, right? Santosh meaning is being very content, being very
Santosh
satisfied.
passed the high school.
You will understand the question before we read. It is not there in the text. You have to write it accordingly. Means it is there in the text, but you have to understand before you write. What does this one mean? Contradiction means, that means Santosh, opposite of Santosh. Santosh means satisfaction, right?
Yes.
Contentment.
Yes.
And she is opposite than Santosh, isn't she?
Yes.
So that's why she's a contradiction to her name. Why? How will you show that she's contradicted to her nature? To her name.
because she
Because
was
she
never
was a good
satisfied
human
and
being.
like after also she climbed once, she wanted to climb once again the mountain.
So from the text you have to give, not random. How many minutes are left?
30.
30. So then we do start with another poem on killing a tree.
Not 30.
28.
28. Are. No, we will start grammar.
From grammar.
We finish all grammar.
Anything.
Ma'am, connectors is remaining, no? Connectors.
On killing tree.
Connectors, spicy.
Okay.
Ma'am, this is remaining.
Guy.
I'm here.
Runs what?
Guy.
Here.
Not guide.
Guy.
I'm here. Connectors बाकी है ना? हम connectors.
I know, you see.
He was born in 1946 in Mumbai. He is a poet, playwright, painter, and doctor by profession. Human body is the current theme in his poem. Hence, he is called poet of the body. His works. Mirror.
That's why he's called, why he's called the poet of the body, because he's a doctor. He is the one who heals the body, right? And he writes poetry also. That's why he's called poet of the body.
It takes much time to kill a tree. Not a
It
simple-
takes one
Stop
to
it.
kill a tree,
Not a
not a
simple
simple
jam.
Stop it.
Simple
It
jam.
takes much time to kill a tree. Not a simple jar of knife or will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its
Leprous.
high-sprouted leaves.
So it is the irony. He is now it's a poem. So how it's not it's only one stanza here. There are three stanzas. It doesn't have any kind of rhyming scheme. Okay. Now it takes. Now he's saying it takes.
Five standard.
Yes.
No.
Listen. Can I say? Can I explain? So he says it takes a lot of time. Much time is a lot of time to kill a tree. And not a simple jab. That means simple jab is like you give it a stab. Okay, with it like this. It is not a single jab of a knife. So you cannot kill a tree with just giving it a jab, like giving it a sharp stab. Okay, so nothing that will not kill it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth. Consuming because in the earth there are nutrients, right? And the tree absorbs the nutrients. Correct? It absorbs the nutrients and grows, right? Rising out of it. So these nutrients, it's food, right? It helps it to grow. feeding upon its crust. The mud we are talking about, all the nutrients and all the minerals it takes and it eats it, right? The trees sucks it up, it takes it up, and that's what it survives, absorbing years of sunlight. So years and years of sunlight, you know, the green, your chlorophyll, what you talk about, it absorbs it. It takes the sunlight, it takes the air, it takes the water, and out of its leprous height sprouting leaf. This is a metaphor. Leprous height is a metaphor. It is comparing with, you know, we have disease called leprosy. You know what is a disease called leprosy, right? It's a skin disease. It is a skin disease when you're
White.
yeah, white, and it is very infectious because if it is not treated, it can spread in many people. So it is like that dark brown kind. So you see the trunk of the tree. If you see, it is very dark brown and it is like a skin, right? So that rough, it's very rough. So that's why he's saying. So out of that bark of the tree, new leaves sprout. Okay, sprout is they grow. Alright?
So I can chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise tall green twigs, miniature boughs, which, if unchecked, will expand again to former size.
So he says not hacking and chopping, again rough, in a rough way cutting. Okay. So he says not hack and chop. Hack and chop is like this butcher, you know, you take and cut. It's like that. So it's not hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. So even if you're hacking, very roughly cutting it, that won't do it. That won't kill a tree. Okay. Not so much pain will do it. And you know, when you cut, when you get cut, it pains a lot. Like that, the tree also is living. If you cut it, it will pain it a lot. But that pain also will not make it die. It will not kill. That pain also won't kill it. Correct? The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs, miniature boughs, which if unchecked will expand again to former size. So the bleeding bark. So when you cut the tree, you see the sap which comes out, the liquid which comes out. You see, when you cut a tree, liquid comes out of it. That is the sap, right? So that is like the blood. It is compared. Again, this is a bleeding bark is a metaphor. It's like how a wound bleeds. You know, when you get hurt, the wound bleeds. The same way when you cut a tree, the tree bleeds. It is also living. But he says the bleeding bark will heal. This will heal. If you even when you cut it, it will heal back. And from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs. Twigs are your branches, right? Tiny branches. And he says from the ground again, from close to the ground again on this, leaves will sprout and branches will sprout. Okay. Miniature boughs. Boughs are your branches. Boughs are your branches. Miniature is small. So small branches, like if it is not checked, that means if the tree is not killed completely, it will grow. It will grow. It will, if unchecked, will expand again to the former size, and again it will become a tree. Okay. It is not. I'll come to that later. Just let's complete this.
The root has to be pulled out of the
Anchoring earth.
It has to be removed, tied, and pulled out, snapped out, or pulled out entirely. Out from the earth's cave, and the strength of the tree exposed, the source wide and wet, the more sensitive hidden for years inside the earth.
So in order to do that, the root, root when it is inside the earth, that is the most strongest part of the tree. So when we are hitting, cutting, it will not die. Even when the stump is remaining, green leaves will shoot up, right? But in order to kill it completely, what you have to do, the root is to be pulled out. The root has to be pulled out. One of the most anchoring means holding it sturdy. Okay, it is anchoring earth. It holds the earth mud very tightly, right? So the same way when we talk about the evils in our mind, remember, in order to talk about evil habits, we have to pull it out from the root. Because what happens, even little bit is left, then again it will sprout up again. And the same way, the greatness of our leaders, they are like the memories, they are still staying with us. It is anchoring because of what the great deeds, we are still living that. We learn from that deeds. That is the metaphorical. When we reference to this tree, is a metaphorical one. Okay? Like, so he says you have to pull it out. Like, how will you pull it out? It has to be rope. You know how you've seen on the roads when they are widening the roads, they will wrap the rope around and they will pull. Right? They will pull with their whole might, the tree, so that the root comes out completely, right? Rope tied and pulled out. That's why I see pulled out is repetition. Look at this. Pulled out and pulled out is repetition. Snapped. Snapped means break into two. Snapped out. Or pulled out entirely. So this whole roots have to be pulled out entirely in order to kill the tree. From the earth came and the strength of the tree exposed. This is what gives the tree strength. This is the most sensitive and the most powerful, because that is what the roots give the tree the strength, isn't it? And it is covered directly or in the earth. It is protected by the earth. But if you remove it, it will be exposed. The most strong part of the tree will be exposed. The source white and wet. So when it is inside, the roots are wet. If you ever pulled out even a grass, you see it is the white roots. If you pulled out grass as a child, you must have pulled out grass, right? You see the roots are white, but after some time it becomes brown, it becomes brittle, it becomes very weak and it will disintegrate, right? So like that, if the source is white and wet, the most sensitive, hidden for years inside the earth. So the earth gave it protection and it was hidden from everyone, right? Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and light. Heat of the sun, so it is scorching. It is very, very hot. Scorching is very hot. Choking in the air because it is becoming, now look at the roots. It has gone. Browning and hardening. It will become brown and hard. Twisting and withering. Twisting, why? Because remember the roots are in different shapes. If you see the roots, they have different modules, different shapes. So what will happen? It will dry, it will twist, it will wither. Wither will come extremely dry, and then it is done. And then it is done means then the tree is killed. That is on killing a tree. Like the same way when you talk about on killing a tree, the same way evil habits, what you have, your bad habits, they are deep rooted. Correct? It is very difficult to remove them. 50, this one is volume 2. Volume 2.
Yeah.
58.
And page number 61.
No, first 58.
Central idea.
Read.
The poem on killing a tree by Giu Patel is symbolic composition. As evils are deep rooted in us, trees is also deep rooted. We should try to eliminate them permanently. At times we think we have got rid of these evils, but suddenly prepare for us again. As tree grows if not cut properly, we must put our best efforts to uproot them. The poet, and another view that once you start an assignment, you must bring it to an end. A half-finished job is no job done. The poet advocates the totality of work. This will make one responsible and sensible for one's assignments. And,
Read.
So hack and chop.
Huh?
Sorry. It takes much time to kill a tree.
You read that.
पोएम नहीं रीड करनी.
Question read करना.
I just explained the whole poem on this one.
आप मुझे जैसे.
What does a tree consume to grow? Oh.
who is the poet of the poem on killing a tree? Giu Patel.
We can kill a tree with a simple jab of knife. No.
What does a tree absorb in the process of growing? All.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What happens to a tree's bleeding bark? It heals soon.
Yeah.
It heals in a big time.
No.
Heals soon.
What will again
Okay,
expand
Mera
to a tree full size? Green twig.
Hmm.
Right.
Or does the poet compare a tree to or deep-rooted evil or noble tree?
What does the tree symbolize in this poem? Deep rooted ability.
Hmm.
What does the strength of a tree lie? What does the strength of a tree lie? Leaves.
Huh?
Roots. Sorry. Sorry. ये कहीं नहीं.
The strength of the tree is exposed. What does these roots convey? The roots of the trees are taken out of the earth. Hmm.
What is needed to kill a tree? A simple jab. Talking,
Huh?
Pulling out the roots entirely. Where does the root remain hidden for years? All of the above. The earth.
Is done in the absence of earth.
What is scorching done by the heat of the sun?
Hmm.
What does the poem speak of? Say plants.
Choking is done in the absence of
Earth.
choking. Absence of
Sun and air.
air. How can it be?
अच्छा हाँ ओ.
Third.
What does this poem speak of? Yeah. Say plants.
What is related to death of roots? Scorching.
Wait, what does the poem speak of?
Say plants.
How can it be said plants?
Human behavior.
Merciless and thoughtless, callous behavior of humans towards trees.
What is related to death of roots? Scorching.
What?
Man choking.
Right.
Pulling out. How can it be scorching?
Okay.
Next.
Dun.
The
Your next one.
assignment.
Man.
Long answer. All the three.
What is the underlying message of the poem on killing a tree? The poem describes the process of cutting or killing a tree. It seems contrary to our established belief that we generally tend to plant more and more trees. The poet have mentioned the poet here mentions how to implement the effective killing. The underlying message of the poem is that the poet wants us to do a job completely when we start at once. We should not drop it in the mid. It may seem to us that we have done it perfectly, but at times it is just an illusion. Therefore, we should finish the job completely, just like the complete killing of you. Also, the poet reminds us of the fact that the efforts must be optimal and should be put wholeheartedly.
The poet has described the ways of killing a tree is against the corollary. What does the poet want to convey with this? The poet has conveyed the strongest message to the readers. He has used a different method which is opposite to the corollary, but this has something to do with the poem. The poet is highlighting the evils all around us, which have its deep roots inside us. We are prone to its devastating effect. He wants us to eliminate ourselves from these evils. It is an obstacle to our growth. Evils will take time in getting out, but needs to be eliminated. You need strong willpower, perseverance, and complete dedication to root them out. It's never easy as these have got inside completely. and we are required to put our utmost efforts.
After reading the poem, what similarities can we draw between trees and some great people of yesteryear? Trees trees continue living for years. There are some trees in the Amazon forest which are said to be more than 500 years old. We may take some lesson from them to spread our roots deep inside the earth. There had been some great people of yesteryears who still live in our memories. They had spread their roots inside our consciousness
Yeah.
with their good deeds, and as a result, refused to die. The hidden roots gives all the sustenance to a tree. One needs to snap the source of life to kill a tree.
Do you think it is justified to kill a tree? No. Why?
No.
Why is the poet saying that? Is it justified killing a tree? What is he trying to say?
I don't kill a tree.
Correct. He's
Don't
saying the
kill a tree.
opposite. He's saying the
Human
entirely opposite.
behavior is like that to cut the trees.
Yes, he says that the opposite because in order to kill a tree, it is a very tough thing, and the amount of pain and the amount of suffering a tree goes through is bringing very brutally that honesty in front. Like you cannot kill it with a jab, you cannot kill it by hacking. Even if it will bleed, it will pain the tree, but again it will grow up. In order to kill a tree, you literally have to uproot it, pull it to your full strength, and it will take hundreds and hundred years if you see. The tree grows like the amount of years the tree grew that it took years and years together. And in order to kill that particular strong tree, you have to pull it up from that root, and that is also tough. That's what he's not advocating any time of killing the tree. He's saying you have to understand, like because of the process, the way you have to kill a tree. He's drawing. He's saying the exact opposite. We are not supposed to kill a tree. Okay.
But explain archive as used in the poem. Mira. Archive also refers to the same. Anchoring earth
Cave is
refers,
where the roots are hidden.
anchoring earth refers to the soil in which the roots of the tree are kept hidden. Archive also refers to the same. The soil and the roots of a tree form a very tight grip like an anchor, and it keeps it rooted. As the cave gives shelter, similarly the earth gives shelter to the roots. Next one's
Where you read that?
Page number 60. Yeah, E1. Current.
I can ignore say okay. चलो time is roughly over. You got your papers of this one and this marks. How much?
And this one.
How much did you get? Literature. 65. And where did you make an error?
Grammar.
Where?
I don't remember it. In grammar, I'm like in the writing part.
You missed out diary. Diary entry was done very beginning. The story writing was that you missed out. The points are given. You just have to be describing words in that. Why are you not using that?
Like in diary entry, I wrote it full, but like in grammar, spelling errors, and like the teacher told that I wrote less.
Have a particular word limit. You have to go through a particular word limit.
Mom, I thought I wrote it, but like teacher told that.
In this one.
E.
No.
Read and tell me.
When the strength of the tree is exposed, when it is full entirely,
Well, entirely from the thing which was active.
its word is opposite to the word partially. Entirely.
Okay.
Okay.
Next week are you coming?
Yes,
Why
ma'am.
not?
You know, why not? If you are not planning to come, drop a message so that I know and I come late. Otherwise, whole time you're wasting.
I will come.
And Diwali how many days?
Holiday.
3
3
days.
days.
और कितना मिलेगा? Only 1 day.
मैम हम लोग 11-12 दिन कर सकते हैं स्कूल में।
स्कूल में
और
कितने
ना,
मैम यहाँ पे कितना दिन का है?
3.
अयो मैम 5 दिन को होना चाहिए।
Don't ask me. Check your time bar. This one when it comes. In November it will come.
नवंबर आ गया।
बना दिया?
Close. Time is up now. 16.
4 minutes.
20. 20. Okay. Then why didn't we do this?
मैम अभी
हाँ,
नहीं मत कर। 5 मिनट का ब्रेक दूंगा आप 5 मिनट
Yes, so I didn't come 5 minutes early. I came exactly on time. I never come early. Yes, I come early, but I gave you yours that 5 minutes.
ना किधर है 5 मिनट अभी तो
No,
तुम 5 मिनट में नहीं दे सकते
no.
चलो बोलो दूसरा वाला। क्या ये वाला? इसका।
मैं फोन देख रहा है।
ओनली टाइम
मैं आंसर बोल रही हूँ। 4 minutes.
हर बार
From last time to this time, how many mark difference?
Okay.
Last time we studied 8.
First sem.
Ma'am, this was the first sem.
So 50 marks one you got now.
It was like 20 and then 80.
20 you got 18 if I'm not wrong.
Like 17.5.
18. And this time that means you got down.
Ma'am, but like still I'm the third place.
I don't care your third place if you're in the first place.
नेक्स्ट टाइम
हाँ.
अभी देखो 50 मार्क्स से
Ma'am, the highest was like 69,
So what?
68.
You should get that one. ना.
मुझे कितना दिया
65.
Allah, improving or not? I mean, what I'm teaching is effective or
यस
not?
यस व्हाई नॉट
Also, why not? I'm not a
अरे पर ये है घर पे जब भी जाते हैं ना एग्जाम के पहले खोलते हैं ना रिवीजन के लिए जस्ट देख के ऐसे समझ में आता है तो इसमें ज्यादा रिवीजन की जरूरत नहीं है तो हम करते हैं
overconfidence is killing you. You know that, na?
बोल रहा हूँ
Ma'am, can we go?
No. No.
Well, I will get
I mean, you guys
almost
will be there,
40. I will. Yeah, I am telling you, 40.
You get 40 out of
80.
40 out of 80.
अब मैं इतने पढ़ गई
क्यों?
Really?
क्यों?
नहीं
Why did you do only 40?
और justify मैंने किया
Sorry?
justify किया
Justify answer किया तो why are you getting 40 out of 80?
अबे नहीं मिला मुझे वो ऐसे मिले
You're getting 50% of the marks. Why are you getting 50% of the marks?
लाओ जाए कर रहे हो
What's the time? 2 minutes more, no?
तो चलता है चलता है ना अब देखो 2 मिनट्स मतलब
You know, I am on time most of the time, you know, na? So,
20
So ma'am, you can see before.
no, I don't like.
1 minute 1 minute
Where are you going to go?
Where? Father told us
Please call.
please call. Father.
That you are going out.
Yes.
Okay, go for a party. Then,
For sure.
after Diwali shopping, we are going. What you going to buy? Somewhere.
हाँ and I will buy Koran
You
and
stop scratching yourself. And why are you not wearing a vest? It's like reminding me of the 3 idiots with the mother scratching her. You seen that scene, na? The mother scratching the father and making chapati with the same thing. You've seen that or you remember that or don't remember? You not seen 3 idiots?
Ma'am, I was keep my result like very.
What?
Ma'am, I don't like very.
My shopping after.
Ma'am, 20.
Go.
Yes.
maybe
Bye man. Thank you man. See you.
I will
Bye, man.
try your
Bye
information.
man.
ma'am well did not run and